Hey, welcome to the channel and thanks for watching. In today's post, we're breaking down a concept that I think a lot of people misunderstand, and that's likership versus leadership. There's a difference between being liked and being able to lead. And if you get this wrong, it will impact your effectiveness, your influence, and ultimately your results. Let's get into it. There's a difference between being liked and being able to lead. The two are not synonymous, but they're also not mutually exclusive. Hear me out. Likership is rooted in approval. It seeks acceptance, affirmation, and harmony. People who lean heavily into likership prioritize relationships and morale. They avoid friction, and often they measure success by how positively others perceive them. Leadership, on the other hand, is rooted in responsibility. It requires decision making, it requires accountability, and it requires enforcing standards, even when it creates discomfort. Leadership demands outcomes, not applause. Early in my military career, I misunderstood this completely. I thought leadership meant being firm, directive, and uncompromising. I equated competence with control. So I barked orders, I enforced standards aggressively. I held the line on discipline because I believe that what strong leadership looked like. I believe that would allow me to bring my soldiers home alive from combat. And to an extent, standards do matter, especially in the military. But what I was practicing wasn't leadership, it was management. Management ensures compliance. Leadership inspires commitment. And there's a difference. Over time, through command, deployments, mentorship, and some hard conversations, I realized something critical. People are not machines. They come with different upbringings, different beliefs, different motivations, different emotional triggers. And leading them requires more than just authority. It requires awareness. Now, here's the nuance. If your people don't like you because you enforce standards fairly and consistently, that's acceptable. Respect doesn't always feel comfortable. But if your people genuinely hate you, if trust is absent, if your motives are questioned, if communication shuts down, then your ability to lead is then compromised. At that point, influence begins to erode. True leadership exists between likership and authority, despite what anyone may tell you. You cannot chase popularity. Leaders who prioritize being liked will eventually compromise standards. But you also cannot ignore relational capital. Leaders who rely solely on positional authority will get compliance, but never loyalty. The balance comes down to three principles. First, be clear on the standards. Consistency builds credibility. Second, know your people. Understanding their background and motives, their motivations, strengthens your influence. And third, lead with emotional intelligence. Accountability and empathy are not opposites, they are partners. My leadership style today is more adaptive. I'm still firm on standards, but I listen more. I ask better questions. I take time to explain the why. Because effective leadership is not about volume, it's about vision. The goal is not to be liked by everyone. The goal is mission success through motivated people. And when respect and relational trust meet disciplined standards, that's when leadership becomes sustainable. Likership may win applause, but leadership wins commitment. If this message resonates with you, I'd encourage you to engage. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to hear your perspective. For more content like this, visit my website at ericcurryofficial.com. Subscribe to stay connected and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ericcurryofficial. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.